rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Jones, and he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Gun, Tannehill. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Jaron Reed on the
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down now. It's Logan. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And Jennings has it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On first down, Tannehill. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Tannehill's
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Jones. 15 yards on the play, first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Tannehill into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Jones. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Airing this one out for Evans. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Logan. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And that is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. On the throw. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Tannehill. Going up top for Miller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over.
On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on it for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Sliding out of the pocket. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On 1st down, it's Logan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
A 3-yard pickup.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the Buccaneers' 23-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Logan. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They run with Logan. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. T.J. Logan hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 21. Buccaneers, nothing. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And taking it to the 15-yard line. Before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll run it here with Logan. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up second.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Logan. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Seahawks 28, Buccaneers nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
At the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Buccaneer.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
40-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they have the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A gain of 6 there on first. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
14.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And it's caught, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. This time Wilson will throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And this offense is running away with this one. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Buccaneers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
3-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get point.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he's out right at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Third down.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Tannehill now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Take 4. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try to run with Carson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. That one 28 yards on the ground.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. You got three down. Tight right.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson rolling to his right. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.